It's time to meet Gabi and Corinne, who had the fabulous idea of bringing refugees together for sewing workshops, where they also got the chance to practice their English. You'll hear Gabi first.
I'm a freelance sewing tutor and I've been sewing since I was a wee girl. I've had lots of various jobs within fashion and clothing, and then I started teaching within community groups, teaching sewing, and then I had an idea to create a kind of safe, welcoming space for members of the refugee community to come together and to sew. And in some of the groups that I work in, I noticed there was lots of people who didn't speak English and they were learning English. And when you're sewing, you don't need to be able to speak the same language to teach it or to understand it. So I had that idea. And then I met Corinne. We go to the same church, Mossville Community Church in Paisley, and she really just got behind it. And then it just exploded and it's become an organisation now, really.
Corinne, what was your background? Were you an avid sewer to begin with?
No, I actually failed sewing at school.
What a great start.
I got below basic competence for sewing machine skills on my report card.
I'm not laughing, I'm just your delivery of it.
And then Gabi joined the church and then she was doing some workshops and I learned to sew again. And then when she came up with this idea, I'm a single parent, I've got 2 adopted daughters and I was a psychiatric nurse, but the commute from Paisley to Kilmarnock was just taking its toll on me. So I decided to become freelance and just to get involved in the local community.
It does make so much sense, doesn't it? Because language can be a real barrier. We know that. And for a lot of people who find themselves coming to this country for whatever, and most of it is under really traumatic circumstances, you know, if you're a refugee or an asylum seeker or whatever your situation may be, there must be some sense of great relief just to find a hobby or something you can do where actually language really isn't that important, because it is quite repetitive to sew, and I suppose the same words, are you finding that, Corinne, that the same words will be coming up all the time, and does that help?
Yeah, the same words, and also a lot of the times you don't even need to speak. Obviously we're teaching English as we go, but a lot of it is just looking and copying, you know, and pointing at the different parts of the sewing machine. So,
scissors.
Yes.
That's the first word that people
we learn.
You hear it in the Scottish accent, scissors.
With a big R at the end of it, yeah. It also kind of seems to me, Gabi, even as brief as our chat has been so far, there is a sense of community there because, you know, there's a place to make friendships, a safe space.
Yeah.
Does that kind of sum up?
Yeah, definitely. It's not just about the sewing, it is like a community. So when people arrive along, they get a nice tea or coffee and we sit and have a chat as best we can. It is amazing how much you can communicate even if you don't speak the same language. And then you have like ladies who'll maybe say that they don't speak any English, but actually when you start speaking to them, it's a confidence thing. So yeah, we have a wee tea and coffee and then we do our sewing project and then we have lunch together. So we're there for quite a while. And it's really nice to see the kind of progression. There's one lady who we've known for 3.5 years around now, isn't it? When we first met her, she couldn't speak English, and now she's working alongside us. She's our lived experience co-worker, so it's amazing to see that and to be part of that journey with someone.
How does that make you feel to know that you've been a part of that?
It's just a great experience overall because you're just making new friends, new relationships all the time. And although our group is predominantly women that are coming and sewing, we get to know their children as well. And then we get to know their sort of wider family. So when we're not having workshops in the summer, we're having events where the kids are coming along. We had a bouncy castle this year. We have picnic in the park. So you're becoming a part of their family. Some of the children sometimes call us auntie. Which is a real honour as well.
Aww.
And you see them, you know, growing up and going to school, and you know now some of them are achieving, you know, university places, which is great as well. And you know, women coming in, they've passed their driving test, which is a brilliant achievement for anybody. But you know, when you've had to come and learn a new language and learn how to negotiate the rules of the road
it's
here
not
as well.
This wee challenges with the language thing. We do a kind of wish list where if you're looking for something, like it could be a bed or even if you just need a jacket, so we get a hold of that. But we did have a wee mishap, didn't we, when someone we thought they were asking for a washing machine, and I think they were just, the way they were trying to spell it, it was maybe want a machine, but we got a washing machine for them. And our pastor Hugh turned up at their house, and they're English language learners, so they were just saying no, and he's got this washing machine, and they were saying no.
What was it they were wanting?
A sewing machine.
Oh no!
So it was basically I want a machine, or I wish for a machine.
So we're a grassroots organisation, so we're learning as we go along. So yes, we've learned that we send pictures and we double check
Just to make sure what they really are.
And we had we do try and learn words whatever we're making. So we're making a peg bag. Everyone will say peg bag together. And we had the lavender holders, didn't we? The wee pouches. And I was saying, did everyone know lavender? And they were saying yes. And so I'm saying lavender. And they're saying, yes, Gabi. And then someone shouted over, it's the same in Arabic, Gabi.
Oh, no
I'm like,
way.
lavender.
It's lavender. It's lavender.
Yes.
So it's basically the same.
They're looking
You're
at
like,
me
all
like,
together now, like learn a new word.
Yes.
You know, you've mentioned like lavender and the pouches. And talk to me a little bit about the projects, because there is this element of it as well. It's not just kind of coming together in the languages and the community, which is all amazing. You guys have worked on some pretty amazing projects. Tell me about them, Gabi.
I don't know where to start. We've just done a really good project with Journeys in Design. That was a great collaboration. It was the Millie Doll project. So that was part of Refugee Festival Scotland. And we made these dolls out of tea towels. And the ladies kind of made them so they look like themselves. So some of them had like kind of jewellery on. Some of them had like African dresses. And then they've gone on tour now, haven't they, Corinne? They're away.
Yeah, we would see them again for a couple of years.
Yeah, the wee dolls.
But are they part of like an exhibition or something?
Yes,
Have they went? No way.
Yeah, we had an exhibition in Paisley, and now that it's joined other dolls that have been made from all over the country.
So you did your Millie doll.
Yes, I had all my relatives were mill workers. So my Millie doll had a wee knitted jumper that my mum helped to knit, and that was to represent my Auntie Jean, who was a mill worker.
So that's why they're called Millies, because it represented like strong, resilient women that had really tough jobs.
Do you just stop and take a moment out and think, we're doing something amazing here? We're doing something really worthwhile for our community?
We do pinch yourself sometimes, because it really just started off with 6 sewing machines and that simple idea. So we never really set out to make a charity or any of that kind of stuff. So yeah, we do reflect a lot, but we have really enjoyed it so much, and it's like the job is never finished as well, because it opens up to so many other opportunities. But there are so many people across Glasgow and across Scotland in wee community centres and in groups that are doing this type of thing. But I believe that everyone has something in them, that some kind of assignment, we're here for a reason sort of thing, and we've kind of found something that we really love.
To see some of their fantastic work and find out more, you can check out Sewing Together All Nations on Facebook. And let me spell that for you. It's Sewing, SEWING, the number 2, followed by GETHER, all one word.